pay. Questions we will find the answers to in this list. For instance, what is the difference between a salary and a wage? What is the minimum wage? And what is the average wage for my job? So first of all, let's look at salaries. A salary is paid on a set time each month, possibly the last day or the last Friday of a month. It doesn't usually matter if you work longer or less hours, the salary is the same. Your contract may specify overtime or additional hours as necessary. Good thing about it is regular and can be predicted, so you can plan your finances better. Banks like salaries for this reason. Wages, on the other hand. You get paid for what you work, whether that is an hour by hour or day by day. The more you work, the more you get paid. However, this is not always predictable. Your contract may be 0 hours, so you can't necessarily depend on it, and you will probably find it harder to get finance for a mortgage. Let's take a look at minimum wage rates. So on here, the national minimum wage is £2.73 for an apprentice. The rates go up as you get older. However, if you're still an apprentice, you will remain on £2.73 per hour. Some companies stick to this. However, other companies will pay a better salary. And we can see that once you get to 21 and over, it rises to £6.50 an hour. And you can see over the years this has increased, not necessarily in line with inflation, but it has increased. Let's have a look at calculating that now. Let's check if your pay matches the national minimum wage or if your employer owes you payments from past years. Would you like to check if you're getting the national minimum wage? Let's see. Let's say you're not an apprentice. Let's say you work in a shop, for instance. How old are you? Let's say 21. You get paid every 7 days. How many hours do you work during the pay period? Let's say 40 full time. How much you get paid before tax in the pay period? So per week, let's say you get £250 per week. And how many hours of overtime do you work during the pay period? Let's say 0. Do you get accommodation? Let's say no. National minimum wage is £6.50. Your actual pay is £6.25. Ooh. For each pay period, your employer owes you £10. So, from what I've said, 40 hours a week, minimum, you should be earning more than £250 per week if you're over 21. Let's now have a look at how much you should earn. First of all, this will depend very much on your job description and your employment contract. So let's take a look at some typical earnings in various fields of employment. Okay, let's see what we've got. So first of all, let's have a look at technicians. So let's look at all jobs. Let's look for technician. Support technician in IT. Looks about right. Let's have a look. So location affects salary. So if you're in the big city, you would expect to earn more. So let's close that tip. Also, your experience and skill will also play a part in it. So median salary, 18,000 per year, rising up to 26. Let's have a look at, say, an information technology manager. What could you move up to? So we're looking at 24 to 60 grand a year. Median salary is 38. Other jobs, let's have a look at engineering, mechanical engineer. What have we got? Median salary, we're looking at 20 to 42 grand a year. And this time let's put it in a bit more in context. There's one in Birmingham, for instance, 19 to 39 grand a year, median salary 29 grand. Let's look in a little more detail at the network engineer. So this website goes into a little bit more detail about what we can do. We can put in a location. London's going to pay more, for instance. And here's a typical common career path for a network engineer. Start off as an engineer, move on to a manager, maybe IT director, infrastructure, and there's various routes around your career. So a national average for this particular one, 31,000. Mid-career goes up 13%, late career, and so on. And here we have a few job listings. Popular skills you would need for a network engineer: Microsoft Exchange possibly, network management and administration, Cisco networking possibly, and Windows NT, and a good round Microsoft Office knowledge.